This GTA situation is actually bonkers. It's so crazy. I mean that pretty literally. There's a leaker running around online with what looks like a real playable build of the game, and they're now dropping footage every couple of days. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much of this is leaked, why this person says they're doing it, why is there a meme coin attached to it, and what Take-Two is actually doing about it in court. If you appreciate this type of content, please subscribe, hit like, and follow for some more. Leave your comments down below whether you appreciate what this leaker is doing or not. So, first, how much has actually been leaked? Because it's a lot. This all kicked off when someone using the name CyberLeak started posting gameplay clips online. And unlike a lot of leaks that turn out to be recycled old footage, this one looks real. At one point, the leaker proved that he had live access to the actual game by spelling out a taunt on a wall using in-game gunfire in real time, which isn't something you can fake with a stolen video file. And here's the thing, nobody actually knows who or what CyberLeak is. It could be one hacker, it could be a small crew, it could be someone with a real inside access to Rockstar. Since this started, we're up to about 8 separate videos leaked. You've got Jason playing basketball outside his house, a highway chase that shows off a redesigned wanted system, a break-in at a guarded distribution center where he tasers security guards and steals a truck, a knife fight and a stolen motorcycle, which also entered a full flyover of the map, a gas station robbery that turns into a car chase, and the most recent one takes you inside a strip club, complete with its own little pool minigame. On top of the videos, an image claiming to show the entire in-game map has also made the rounds. One more thing worth to be clear about. This is not the same as the huge GTA 6 leak that was a few years back. That one, the hacker ended up being caught in the UK. It was a completely different person and a completely different case. This is a new situation happening in real time with someone who is still active and who is still posting. Now, here's the part everybody actually wants to know. Why is CyberLeak even doing this? Publicly? He is framing it, or they are framing it, as a consumer protest. Stated demands are things like ending digital pre-orders, not locking single-player content behind paid DLCs, and guaranteeing that single-player will work offline, which is one of the biggest ones, to be honest with you. A big talking point has been that GTA 6's physical retail edition won't even come with a box or a disc, just a code that you can go and redeem the game digitally. And CyberLink has called this out directly, which this is confirmed. They are not actually giving away discs for this version of the game. Even if you buy it and they ship it to you a box, you're just getting a box with a piece of paper, and that's it. That's all you're getting, nothing else. CyberLeak has also said they want a public apology from Rockstar with what they called a concrete commitment to be better, and they frame this as bigger than just GTA 6, saying that they could go after other publishers just like they are with Rockstar. And as you can see, he actually posted a manifesto of sorts asking for what they want, okay? Thou shalt not sell digital pre-orders, thou shalt not sell fake single-player DLCs, and thou shalt preserve single-player content. All very important things. The single-player content one, that is the main one that I think is important, because if for whatever reason you can't access online, you can't play the game, which that's kind of crap considering you're spending $80 or $100 for the game itself, and then you're at the whim of the publisher. That's not okay. That's got to be fixed. I agree with that 100%. The protest story would be a lot more convincing if it weren't for the meme coin, though. So CyberLeak launched a token called the CyberLeak on the Solana blockchain, and they've been watermarking every leaked video with this coin. One clip literally had on-screen text tying a specific market cap milestone to unlocking the strip club footage, so hitting a number in the coin was directly linked to getting more leaked content. There has also been reports that CyberLeak has been charging brands $165,000 just for an initial meeting about advertising inside future leaks, which is insane to me. Like, they want to advertise on leaks of stolen content of a game. I don't foresee anybody doing that, but that's what's out there. And then just because of this meme coin thing, that's the really fishy point. That's the one I don't really understand. I have to dig more into it. A lot of people who know crypto, it's very volatile. There are pump and dumps constantly. We all know about the Haktua girl and her pump and dump scheme. It took millions from people. This one may be the same thing. But over the weekend, the team that owns and released the CyberLeak coin actually burned off 270 million tokens, which is roughly 27% of the total supply. Though, even with them burning that much, which made the coin explode in value, they still kept a large portion of these coins in separate wallets for them to hold on to. So they still have millions of coins that are still going up. And as of this video, I'm looking at it now, the value of the coin is $20.5 million. Cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, and it can go higher or it can drop off a cliff. So grain of salt with that. It's not something I mess with at all. And to be honest, by the time you're looking at this, it's probably a completely different number. So, but you can see why people are starting to wonder if this is just a scam, like a very elaborate consumer rights scam to pump and dump a meme coin, because the coin did come out roughly the same time that these leaks started happening. So we have that to look at. And then which brings us to what Take-Two is actually attempting to do to get to the bottom of this. They didn't file a straightforward lawsuit. Instead, they went to the federal court in Southern District of New York and got what's called a DMC subpoena, which is a legal tool that lets a copy holder force a company to hand over identifying account information on a suspected infringer without having to win or file a lawsuit first. They sent that subpoena to both Microsoft and Discord, and both companies have until September 4th to actually comply and give over the information. Now, what information are they trying to get out of both those companies? So from Microsoft, they're trying to get the account details, the login IP addresses, the phone numbers, the device information, and any OneDrive content that mentions GTA, Rockstar, or Cyberlink. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're looking for Rockstar information or GTA information, they want your information, which I think is kind of suspect. I think that's overreaching. I think that's a little much. I just don't agree with that at all. And then from Discord, the request is even wider. They want identifying information on every account across 6 specific servers connected to the links, not just who they think is actually responsible. They want everything. So they want to track down the people that are interacting with this leaker, that are doing things with this leaker, that are buying the coins, and so on. Now, it's up in the air whether the police will actually do anything about it, but you never know. Take-Two is going after them really hard. So that's what you got going on. A lot of weird stuff going on with this. I'm not really even sure which way to go with it. It is kind of insane. And as far as my thoughts on this, I don't think people should be leaking games or videos and things like that. I also don't think that the companies should be so predatory in how they monetize these. Do I fault them for charging $100 for a game that is probably the most hyped game of the forever? No, because they got to make their money back. They've been producing this game for 7 years, I think 6, 7, 8, 10 years, however long it's been. So they got to get their money back. Do I fault them for having cosmetics or DLCs? No. I mean, you don't have to buy that stuff. It's there. It's optional. You don't have to buy it. So I'm kind of torn. Monetization of gaming has gotten out of control. This whole situation with GTA is quickly getting out of control. And I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. So, and if you made it this far, let me know down in the comments what side of the fence you're on. Are you Team CyberLeak, or are you Team GTA, or do you just not care? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.